Matty Holmes has performed wonders in his 2 years at the club, but knows his young side face their biggest challenge yet tonight. The prizes are placed in the playoff final after 8 years at level 8, but their bogey teams stand in the way. Didcot Town were the only side to record 2 wins against Wimborne this season and have been fired up after a late surge. Wimborne's own form though, with only 3 losses in 2018 as well as an unbeaten April, and playing in front of 600 fans at Cuthbury gives them an advantage. Get on the edge of your seats. This will be a fierce contest. Luke Holmes. Burbage with the flick, looking for Toby Holmes, headed away. Come back to Luke though. Foul given away. A big opportunity for Wimborne after 24 minutes. Billy Mabry will line this up. Deflected. Toby Holmes! Wimborne lead. Didcot lost concentration. They lost Toby Holmes for his 60th goal and his most important one of the season. Holmes trying to break away. Didcot get a foot. Comes to Hester. Fierce challenge coming behind. It will go to Wimborne, but a reminder of Didcot's physicality. Needs to go over the top with Holmes. Karen McNeil coming under fierce pressure. It's one back, and it comes to Lovell! Wimborne are in dreamland. 2 goals in a matter of minutes, but they're firmly in the driving seat against Didcot. Maybe, just maybe, this is the Magpies' night. Shot goes in. Brilliant reflex save from Gerard Benfield. Always found a way through. This could be 3! Ever so close from a special third. Moments away now for the Magpies. Wimborne win. Wimborne defeat Didcot. Wimborne are into the Southern League Div 1 playoff finals. They cast their Didcot demons aside with 2 quick-fire first-half goals. Swindon Supermarine await Wimborne in the playoff final. And do they dare to dream? Does Matty dare to dream? Do the fans dare to dream? All we can say is Wimborne are on their way to the playoff final.
An amazing 618 people turned up to see Wimborne win 2-0. Oh, what a night, Shay.
Our game plan was stay in the game for the first 20 minutes. Don't concede for the first 20 minutes and make sure we stay solid. I think we controlled the first half quite well. I thought we played some good stuff. At times we had to defend, which that's part of, obviously, again, we knew that from Didcot because they do try and play football similar to us, really. Yeah.
So it was 2-0 at half time. So what do we say to the lads?
First thing is calm them down, because that's what you want to do. You want to calm them down, and basically we just said that we just have to continue doing the good things that we're doing. It was going to be a little bit more difficult in the second half, which it would be, because obviously they're going to have a go. Yeah. And I thought we stood up for ourselves today, and we competed all over the park. They had a couple of good chances.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Gerard made 2 big saves tonight.
He has, Gerard. There was one on 64 minutes. There was a shot. It ended up being deflected, and this long arm of Gerard came out. I don't know quite from where and clawed the ball away. A phenomenal save.
Yeah, but from where we were, it looked like he was actually going too early, and then the deflection took it above him, and he managed to get a claw on it. And to be honest, it's a great save to get the ball and lift it over the bar as well. It's a great save. Yeah. The support was brilliant. Even though we were getting a little bit tired, you can hear them all sort of cheering them on and helping them out, and I mean that does help.
And great atmosphere. I think the tension before the game was crackling and so on. But what a night, Shay.
This is a great night. This is why we do it. This is why we're part of it, and we just we're into obviously the final now.
Final, yeah.
Anything can happen, and we'll go in there full of confidence, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, Matty. So we're into the playoffs, the semi-final, and we're at home to Didcot, and we'd lost twice to Didcot already that season.
We had Graham and Didcot early on in August. I thought we played quite well up there. We did okay. We lost 4-2, and it was 2 quick goals. I think first half sort of killed us that day, but we played really, really well. And then the home game, they done a job on us. I think it was a 1-0 defeat, a header early on, and they shut shop up. But I think the way the team were playing, the momentum we were building that last 20 odd games, I think 1 defeat in 21 games as such. I just knew that I think no matter who we played, it could have been Taunton, it could have been Salisbury at home. That was so important, that Slimbridge final win, that we finished third. That was the key to it. Playing anyone at home, I thought, not a problem. And I remember leading up to that game, we had the boys in for training. I think it was on the Monday. And we just spoke to them about their jobs again. You know, make sure you deal with the midfield player, McNish, who was a danger. You know, Louis, Stokes, you get around him, exploit the centre backs that were slow, and that was a game plan really. And we did, and we went 2-0 up first half, and second half it was just about managing the game. You know, slow it down a little bit, and I thought we were so professional that second half. It wasn't a great spectacle second half, for sure, but we had to get into that playoff final, and the boys were brilliant. And Danny's team talk at half time with the other guys was fantastic. I give a little bit of technical information, and Danny just reinforced about slowing it down second half, you know, manage the game, as he loved to say, and they did it. And after the game, I remember the fans, it was brilliant, having the lap of honour, and Stokes holding his little girl in his arms and walking around with the team, and it was a great night, one you always remember, and fantastic with the boys to experience that. A final awaits.
This is it. Wimborne stand on the cusp of promotion glory. Enough said, let's go. Burbage driving and shooting straight at Hill. Lively start at Cuthbury. There's the header off the crossbar. These fans, well over 1,000 of them, being treated to a real fight. Wimborne won both fixtures against Supermarine this season, and that free kick is the latest message they face a very different team today. It's an Olympian throw. Oldring clears, comes to Campbell, straight to Benfield though. Comes to Burbage, might go himself, easy for Hill. Right corner, Westlake meets it but well over. Cooper the throw in. And Supermarine creates something here. Bounces into the box. Goes loose. Defenders can't get near it though. Here comes a shot straight at Benfield. Here goes Burbage, 15 minutes to go. Gets round the defender. And he's looking for Lovell! Cleared off the line. Best chance of the game. Wimborne were one step away from taking the lead. One back by Holmes. Late chance perhaps for Wimborne. Burbage has spotted Holmes making his run. He's got Westlake for company. The striker can get away. They've both gone down. And the referee points to the spot. Holmes has been absent for most of the game, but he might just have won the biggest opportunity. Holmes and trainer not happy. Referee Andy Bennett was given a call by his linesman immediately after calling the penalty. He's got a couple of things to deal with first, including Zach Westlake. He only received a yellow card a moment ago for a tackle on Benfield. And that is the end of his afternoon. Wimborne have a one-man advantage. And now to the other issue. No, I can't believe it. He's overturned it. That was clearly inside the penalty box. But Andy Bennett has given a free kick on the edge. It's a massive decision. A shot at glory snatched away with a dramatic decision from the man in the middle.
Oh my God.
The long kick goes beyond Oldring. Arnold can't deal with it. Morris with the cross. Connor Thompson inside. Going for goal! Wimborne living very dangerously now. Burbage down the throat. No drama. After 42 games, a semi-final and a 120-minute final, it will come down to penalties. What a non-league game this is. Billy Maybury. Saved by Hill. Worst possible start for Wimborne. Here's Bradley Gray. Snicks it under Benfield. A striker with real confidence. It's Matt Oldring. Yes! He's stepped up many times this season. He's done it again. Bradley Hooper. Wrong-footed the goalkeeper. Swindon Supermarine had the advantage again. Jack Lovell. Long stride. Super sweet. He loves the pressure. Aaron Woodley. It's a big long run. And it's in. Look at that. He means business today. Steph Penny coming off the bench and scoring. 3-0. Connor Thompson. Another big stride. And he snuck it in to put all the pressure on Wimborne's Luke Burbage. This has to go in. And it's saved by Hill. Sweet euphoria for Swindon Supermarine, but woe for Wimborne. Their rollercoaster season ends in a pulsating but heartbreaking marathon.
Okay, so it's Swindon in the final and a massive crowd, four-figure crowd. Swindon, we'd beaten twice already, but huge pressure.
Definitely, Graham. Yeah, it was huge pressure. A game where we spoke to the lads and just said, look, you've done so well the whole season, enjoy the occasion. They don't come along very often. You know, again, our jobs, roles and responsibilities were there for them to try and understand. They're a good side. You know, we played up there. It was a tight game. I think Billy sort of earned us a penalty, whether it's a penalty or not, and we got the 1-0 win. But they were tough. They come to our place. We beat them 3-0. But we knew that we'd have a real game on our hands that day. Very hot bank holiday. We just finished the tournament with the kids, I think on the Saturday and Sunday. The pitch was very, very bobbly, very dry. I think we got the fire brigade on and they hosed it for us, and we tried to prep it as best we could to help the team. I remember kicking off. It was quite tight, quite tense game. Not a huge amount of quality in it. I think the big talking point would be when Toby's been put through by Burbs and he's brought down, and we still to this day think that was a penalty. You know, the referee's pointed to the penalty spot, he's given it, but the linesman for some reason's flagging. I suppose he's trying to do his job for sure. Pulled the ref over and said it was outside. And that was the one, you know, would that penalty have gone in? Maybe we'll never know, but I think that was the chance of the game that could have sort of saw us through. But, you know, not meant to be. They saw the game out. You know, like I say, not a great spectacle, but the lads worked so hard, you know, you can't take it away from them. And to lose on a penalty shootout, you know, was pretty awful. They'd had the experience in the playoff semi-final. You know, they drew 0-0 with Evesham and won their penalty shootout. You know, in hindsight, should we have practiced free kicks? You know, maybe that's my fault as a manager, looking back in the past. You know, but do you think in a game with that, yeah, you might end up drawing, it might go to a penalty shootout. But we'd done well against Paul in the penalty shootout, so we had that at the back of our mind that we're quite confident. But I just remember after the game, I was so devastated for the lads, more so than myself, that, you know, they'd done all that work and we got nothing out of it. And I felt that, you know, after the game, that I don't think that could have been repeated again, because a lot of people said, oh well, don't worry Matty, you're going to bounce back straight away and get that, you'll go up next year. But I think the way the team was looking, you know, we were no way going to hold on to Toby. We couldn't hold on to him. He'd scored all the goals for 3 years. You know, to hold on to a couple of other boys. You know, Paddy was going to finish, he told me. Matteo was going up to do a uni course. So big players that are going to be leaving, and to replace them was going to be very difficult. So I was quite, you know, it's devastating knowing in the back of my mind, I knew that, not many other people knew that, but, you know, that was going to be so tough to repeat again. And then obviously the news comes through a few weeks later about the formations of the leagues and what's happened. I think it's fate. I think we deserve to go up through how we played over the season. If we'd have maybe have had a little bit better form early on, we could have pushed Salisbury even more, but not meant to be. We can't go on with the lads were fantastic all season, and they're a credit to the football club.
So it was a disappointing result in the playoff final, but the club secretary, Peter Barham, was having his tea on a Friday night. I'll leave him to tell us about it.
Wow, what a fantastic season that was, 2017-2018. We got 77 points, scored 104 goals, with Toby Holmes at 43 goals was the joint top scorer in the league. It was a fantastic season, and certainly the best season that I've experienced. In the playoffs, we were drawn at home against Swindon Supermarine. Unfortunately, in the penalties at the end, we lost 5-4. So with that build-up and all of a sudden the great disappointment, this is where it gets interesting, because Friday the 8th of June, Just prior to having my dinner, I was checking my emails and I noticed one from the FA, which had been sent to me at 6:40. The heading was Resignation of Shore Lane AFC and Subsequent Movements. Seemed very interesting. I read it and it said Wimborne Town was to fill the vacancy at Step 3 and placed in the Southern League South Premier Division. My immediate thought was that it was a hoax, and I thought, no, it can't be true. Immediately I went on their website just to check and see what had happened, and lo and behold, it showed that they'd actually resigned from the league. We obviously accepted the promotion, and we were told we'd have to wait because there could be appeals from all the clubs. Now, time went by, and it wasn't until the 4th of July, 2 months after the playoffs, that we actually got the confirmation that we were being promoted. It's very interesting to know that we actually edged out Cambridge City, who played in Step 4, the Southern League Eastern Division, by 1 goal, which is quite amazing really when you think about it over the whole country. And when you look at the last 2 home games, when we beat Bolton Rovers 4-1 and Slimbridge at home 5-0, it certainly helped. Obviously it was full steam ahead, everybody was happy, and we were in the Premier League. Fantastic.
When you're a young team pegged for relegation but have promotion ambitions, there are certain qualities you need. Experienced heads, courage to take defeat, camaraderie, a 60-goal striker, a solid pair of hands between the posts, and a desire to never give in, no matter who the opponent is. If you're lucky, you'll win silverware, but you're guaranteed a brilliant coach, super players, sensational goals, and moments to take your breath away. But it also gives you a shot at the very last quality you'll need: luck. It came from elsewhere for Wimborne this season, but because of this astonishing 53-game campaign, Wimborne fans can say we're on our way to the Southern Premier Division.